All right, everybody, it's great to see you, or at least know that you're on the other end of this camera. So I'm feeling that positive love. I'm feeling that energy. And so this year, this is the first time this year, 2023, 2024 school year, that I am doing Tech Talk. That's right. So this is our first Tech Talk of the year. And if anybody is asking you, like, what is Tech Talk? Well, Tech Talk is where I, Darnita Woodhouse, your instructional technology resource specialist, I will give you professional development that is on video. And the reason why I'm doing it on video is because sometimes you don't have the time to come and see me for professional development. So what I do is I put some of it on video and then I send it out to you so that you can still gain those professional development points at your leisure, okay? So that means when you get home, okay, you're running that hot bath water or whatever, and you're trying to stick your feet in there and trying to soak it up and, try and relax. Well, while you're relaxing, you don't have to necessarily Netflix and chill. You can Tech Talk and chill and get that professional development point, all right? Stimulate your mind. All right. So today's professional development is Securely. And I know that I've offered the training in person, but some of you have reached out to me and said, Darnita, I tried to make it. All sorts of things were going on and I just couldn't make it. And I really wanted this professional development. So that's why I'm going to offer it to you right now. And so I'm giving a shout out to at least one particular person, Miss Molly Swarn, one of the best sixth grade math teachers up there at sixth grade hall. She came to me, and then a couple of other people came to me too. But it was her passion that allowed me to do this today. Well, you also know that I also celebrate teachers when I do Tech Talk too. So I have a particular teacher I want to celebrate, talk to you about, and let you know all the exciting things that she is doing in her classroom that you can actually participate in. That's right. I said participate in. Okay. So before we begin though, let me talk to you a little bit about Securely. Securely is a management system for student Chromebooks. So while you're in the classroom, this particular program will allow you to monitor everyone's screen, okay? It will allow you to limit the tabs that students have open. It will allow you to chat personally with students while they're working on their Chromebooks. You can also push out wonderful websites that you want the students to actually see based on their learning. And then you can kind of close off some of those screens that you don't necessarily want them to be on. Okay, so you have all that power, and power is absolutely great. All right, so before I begin to talk about this phenomenal teacher, I like to do a little something, have a little fun here. So before I begin that too, Orange. So you know that the month of October is National Anti-Bullying Month. We have a lot of students who get bullied every year, as well as, even I have to tell you, because I keep it real, sometimes staff members get bullied, believe it or not, even if we are older. So we want to just spread some positivity, some positive love. And if you've ever run across me, Miss Paul, Miss Hicks, we are out there, even Miss Britt, early in the morning, telling kids, good morning. How are you doing this morning? We love to see you. And sometimes they'll come up, they'll give you a huge hug. They'll tell you, hey, this is happening, that's happening. So we like to give them some positive feedback, and each other some positive feedbacks. There's some adults, I come in and I give them a huge hug, because that's what we need. We need to spread love. We need to be positive, because when we're positive, then you know what? Our day goes by better, instruction goes by better, all sorts of things go by better just for being positive and to listening to others, that sort of thing too. So I'm just putting that out there. Wear your orange. All right. So now here's the thing. Before I talk about this teacher, I'm going to try and do something with my hands right here. Let's see. Let's see. And bam! All right. Look at that. Okay, so what I'm looking at right here, what you're looking at right here, is this amazing photo of this little chick right here. Isn't she gorgeous? Isn't she gorgeous? Yes, that is me. That is absolutely me. And so the teacher I'm about to talk to you about, she's a wonderful teacher. She's doing something phenomenal with old photographs and photographs of the different generations that we as people have in our family. Because each generation tells a phenomenal story, an excellent story. And so this teacher is about to tell you exactly what she does, or what she's doing with a project with her students. This teacher, okay, when you see her in the hallway, okay, give her an awesome shout out and tell her, hey, because she is really bringing the kids together. So without further ado, I'd like for you all to just sit back and listen to this wonderful teacher, Miss Moss. All right.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Moss. I'm one of the 7th grade ELA and reading support teachers. Currently, I have a generations board outside of my classroom, room 107. It's for Unit 1, asking the question of what can one generation learn from another. So Miss Woodhouse was kind enough to make this advertisement because I did not send out an all-school email, but people have been dropping by and dropping photos, either baby photos or photos of them with their parents or their parents with their parents, to answer the question of what can one generation learn from another. It's a really important question of how we are shaped in today's society by the people that raise us, that are in our village and help us grow. So if you want to bring a photo by, room 107.
Your instructional technology resource specialist. And I'm here today to talk a little bit about Securely. So some of you were unable to come to my session, and you've reached out to me to ask me to do a video or something that will allow you to have the time to go ahead and pretty much learn Securely at your leisure. So this is what this video is all about. So right now we're taking a look at the Securely webpage, and if you notice that Securely is spelled Securly. So you don't have that extra E in there. So this is Securely. When you're in Securely and you're ready to log in, you're going to hover over where it says login. Underneath the bottom, you're going to see where it has school, and it talks about all sorts of things here with the where, classroom, filter. But we're going to hit classroom because you want to go into your classroom setting. In order to log in, you're going to go where it says sign in with Google. And because we are a part of Norfolk Public Schools, you know that our email address for Norfolk Public Schools is our Google account. So I'm going to go ahead and hit use another user, and I'm going to go ahead and put in my Norfolk Public Schools email address. Once I put in my email address, I'm going to go ahead and hit next. You might have to sign in like I'm signing in here because I'm using my personal computer. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. All right, next I'm going to put in my password. And I'm glad we're going through this because at least you understand that if you are at home and you're using your own particular computer, then these security measures are going to actually come out where you have to put in your North Public Schools email address a couple of times and password. So now it's saying, hey, verify it's you. Look, everybody, it is me. So I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. All right. So excited. So, as you know, I don't really have classes, but over the summertime or last summer, I did have a class that I have published in Canvas. So you should be able to see that I have a couple of students here. So that's what I meant by you have to publish your classes in Canvas because Canvas will sync to securely. So if you notice, this is my card here for my class. All right, it says demo. I have one student here and one teacher. So I can actually train you in this. However, we will not have a live view of a student's Chromebook because I do not have students in the class. But when you have a live view, then we'll talk through that so you can see exactly how to navigate securely. So over here on your left, you see the securely emblem. If I come down and I hit users, you'll see all the users that I've ever had in my classes. Okay, all of the students that are here. All right. If I go to where it says classes, again, we're here with all of our class cards. So this kind of looks like Canvas where you have course cards. So this is kind of like a course card as well. So technically, it is still like a familiar area. So you're not lost. So up at the top, you'll see where it says classes. That's where we are. If I were in an active session and I had started my class with securely, then I would see that class here in this section. Session history simply shows all the times that I've used securely and have opened up a session. So you can always come back and take a look. If you need any data, you can find it here. Okay, so now I'm moving down to where it says web link or web links. So when we're in web links, say for instance, you wanted to have a library of different websites that you use for your class so that you can push it out to your students when they log into their Chromebook. So in other words, if I wanted them to look at go to the YouTube website, then I will simply go head over here, add the web link, and when I hit that, I'll put the name, the site, the description, okay? And the discrepancies is if you decide you want to add something extra in there for your notes, okay? Predefine. When I hit predefine, you'll notice that I already have some places that I've gone before, and these are some places that sometimes they ask, because of your computer, would you like to use the same websites that you've already used previously? So they're already here. Okay, a quiz, CK12 if you've ever used that.org. I'm going to hit that, and then I'm going to hit. Okay, so now again, it asks me for the description. I can just put that right on in there, and then I can go ahead and hit save. Okay, and then it will save to my account. So I'll hit save. So now you see that I have something that's added here. And when I want to use it, I can go back and forth into my web links when I schedule the session for my class. So we'll see that again. Right beside that happens to be block list. So if you have a website that you want blocked during that time period when you start your class, then you can actually create a block list of different websites. Okay. So here I can hit a block list. I can put YouTube. I don't want them to go to YouTube. I'll put the description. Down below it says visibility. Make block list public to all users. So if you have some students here or whatever, they can also see that you have blocked this web. Once you do that, you go over here to your right, hit add, and go ahead and hit or add that website link right in there, and you can then block that site when you start your class. Once you do that, you can just simply hit save and just add it to your blocked list. Okay. Now all of this again, like I said, comes into play when you go to web links. Why is this also important? Say for instance, you have a live class session going on, and your kids are going to all these different websites, and you're like, oh my goodness. You can quietly take those websites and you can take those names and just block them. So the next class session, even that class session, you can block the kids right then and there. So I'll show you that But even that class session, you can go ahead and block it. So now, before I get into everything, I'm going to give you a secret word. Okay, this secret word you're going to use when you sign my Google form, saying that you have had this training because you've looked up here and you've watched this video. So my secret word is going to be apple. All right, I love apples. Apples are great for you. They keep the doctor away. That's what they say. Okay. The apples are actually great for you. So that is our secret word, apples. All right. So let me continue on. So I'm going back to classes. Okay. We've already gone through the active sessions and we talked about the session's history. So I'm going to come down a little bit and you see where it says one new demo. So we're going to pretend like this is a class that I have active and it has like 20 students in it. But we know that we're only working with one. So here at the top, you see where you have the three dots. The three dots, anytime when you see three dots on a page, when you are online, they always have something extra that you might need. So here we can pin this class at the top of the row, but it's already at the top of our row. We can pin it. Okay. We can hit history to look at the how many times that I have gone through this uh, to this class, and here it is right here in our session history. So it gives you another place to look at that. Now I'm going to hit the three dots again and class settings. So that's what we want to look at right now. So with this class, I want to create the settings for how many tabs I want the kids to be able to open on their Chromebook, that sort of thing. Okay, and this is going to help you out tremendously with monitoring and tracking all the different websites that the students go on that you have either told them to go on to or have not told them to go on to. Either way, you can track, you can limit how many tabs that are open. So here I have the name, North Public Schools. If I wanted to type a description, I could. Okay, you see all sorts of colors here. So I'm going to hit this for blue. And so when I open this up, then we'll see different colors. And I forgot to tell you about that, but that is here too. So if I want to customize my page or customize my card, I can do that. All right, going down. All right, if I go down a little bit, you'll see where it says class session options, and you'll see where it says limit tabs to. And here it has one tab. So this is the one tab that the kids can open up. In other words, they can't open up any other tabs. They only have one. Now, upon troubleshooting this year, okay, we noticed that it is best to have three tabs open, especially when they're doing the SchoolNet district benchmark exam or test. And the reason why we need to have three open is because the students are going to first go into Clever. Okay, so that tab is going to open up. Then from Clever, they need to go into SchoolNet. That tab is going to open up. And when they log in the code for the test, then a new page is going to open up, whereas now the kids can take the test. Okay. So if you had a limited amount, or if you had just one tab, then the only place they can go is Clever. They can't move from Clever to open up to a new tab. Okay. So that means they can't even hit the test. And if they had two open, then it'd be Clever, SchoolNet, but they would not be able to log into the test. Now, if you decide to have two open and they're logging into the test, you can definitely close out Clever, and it should give them that extra tab where they can open up the test. However, it is always best practice just to go ahead and just have three tabs open. So when I hit the tabs, notice I can have unlimited amount of tabs for the students to work with, or I have up to five tabs that they can open up on the page. Totally up to you what you want for your class. Notice here when you come here it says block list. If I were to hit that plus button and see, I did not block anything because I didn't save it when we went to block list. I only saved where there were website links. But here's where you can select all the block um, uh, websites that you do not want your students to have access to. So as soon as they log in and you start the class insecurely, then they can't use those sites. They cannot go to them. That's why it's important. Like as your classes, while your class is going on, and you see that students on something that they're not supposed to be on, then you can just take that website, place it into your block list, and that class you can actually block it. You can block it for that individual student, and or next time around you can add it to your block list, and that'll be a part of what you want blocked. All right, site lock collection. So right now we don't have anything dealing with a site lock. We have not locked out any sites. So as we go down further, um, it says close all open tabs on start. So when if students come into your class already having the Chromebooks and the Chromebook happens to be open and they have a couple of tabs open, okay, as soon as you start the class, you can give them a warning time to let them know you need to wrap up everything because all your tabs are about to close because we're getting ready to start up. So you can give them 10 seconds, 30-second warning, and this warning will flash on all of their laptops when they are logged into uh, their Chromebooks. You can allow students to raise their hand in class or on the computer. So, say for instance, you are at your desk, students are taking a test. You can see where a student needs to contact you because they will raise their hand. It's kind of like Zoom and how you can raise a hand so that the presenter can see your hand raised and allow you to ask a question. I would say don't use allow students to initiate a chat because you'll have chats going on all over the room and you don't really want that happening. You don't want that dialogue because they'll start talking about other things instead of the lesson that you're about to provide. Okay. All right. Down below, play chat alert sound for students. So like if you're chatting with the student, or they're chatting together, you'll start hearing all these ringing sounds coming from their laptop. You'll hear ring, 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 and you're like, "What? Why are all these sounds going?" And then they'll do it on purpose just to watch you get, frustrated. So we're not even going to hit that. All right. So going down below it says class schedule. Okay. Now, the toggle button that I just hit, um, once you hit the toggle button, you're able to schedule, your classes. Like, say, for instance, this class is on a Thursday or Friday, okay? Or you can hit all of them because we go, every other day. So you can hit all of them because you don't know what day of the week that class will fall under. And then you can go ahead and hit start time. Okay, so you can actually put in the time. Then you can put in if it's AM or PM. And down below, once you put all this in, or you can schedule a different time. So let's schedule a different time. All right, let's say 1:45 p.m. Okay, now we can say that this class is a 2-hour class. Okay, for each day, 2-hour class for each day. Okay, and then you can put in the minutes, that sort of thing, and then have everything kind of scheduled there for when you want the class to start and for how long. So you have to know how long your class is. It might be an hour and 15 minutes. It might be an hour and 45 minutes, just depending on the fact that this class happens to be um, a class that goes to lunch and comes back. So you don't want securely to shut down on your end so that the students can still maintain having 3 tabs open instead of opening up like all 5. Plus, it gives you some wiggle room. You don't have to go and manipulate the program while they're going to the cafeteria. You can already have that going. Coming back up now. This will tell me how many students are in that particular class. Okay, so it gives me a list and it gives you the email address of everybody as well. It tells you who the teacher is. This plus button, you can add a student or you can add a teacher. Okay, so one of my classes for summer school, I added like three other teachers so that they could see what was going on as well and use um, securely and or use Canvas in that way. So once you have everything down the way you like it, just simply hit save and notice this bar is red. Remember, we hit, and I'm gonna go back in it, class settings. We hit it right up here to give us a notice that this class card happens to be red. Okay, so that's why it's red right there. So now I'm on my class card and I've taken my mouse down, and there you see where it says start. I'm going to hit that. Okay, so my class has not started officially as of yet, but you do see the time, okay, uh, and when it ends, that sort of thing, the duration, okay, for that particular day. So when I was going through, and some of the days I put, 2 hours here or whatever, I did not lock it in for this particular session or day. So you just make sure you lock in everything. Coming over here, all right, my student right here, Jessica. Okay, so that shows me everything. And here I can go ahead and start the class. So I'm going to do that now. All right. So now that I've hit start, let's go. Let's take a look real quick. You'll see that here's Jessica. You'll see that she is not online. Okay, and it tells you student is not online. When the student is online, you'll get a pop-up picture of their screen. So you can see exactly what they're doing at all times. Wherever you are in the room, you can say, hey, you should not be on that website. Here's a good thing too. Because Securely is securely.com, you can be out sick. The kids are supposed to be doing some, or the students are supposed to be doing some work in the classroom with the substitute teacher. They have their Chromebooks. You can go from home to look at what they're doing, and you can, shut it down. You can send them a message up there and say, hey, you need to be doing this if you decide to want to like just kind of take a look to make sure your kids are on point, you can actually do that. Okay. So all your students will be lined up here. Remember what I said about the three dots? So I'm still in the course card and I see three dots. So if this is a particular student, okay, and remember, we're going to pretend like I have 20 students. So if their card is down at the very bottom, then I can pin them so that it can come up to the top. If I hit history, okay, it'll give me all the information that Jessica has been doing. Okay, all the websites she's gone to, the screens, the chats she might have had, and any commands that I've had to do. Like, so if I had to shut her out, that sort of thing, then everything would be right here. So if I had to close out her screen, okay, so hitting that again, you can chat with that particular student, or you can exclude them from the class that they can't even get up here and use anything. So when you're doing that, you can select the student, and then you can go ahead and do certain things with that student's Chromebook and Chromebook monitor. All right, up here at the top, right beside the name of the class. Okay, the first icon is here where you have a screen lock. You can actually lock screens. You can lock all the screens of everybody in class. Okay, because all you have to do is put the check mark in there and select all. But unfortunately, I just have Jessica in this class, so I can lock her screen. Okay, if I see that she's going someplace I don't want her to go. Right beside that icon, it looks like a little paper clip or a little chain, and it happens to have like a little lock there. This is a site lock. For example, if she's on a particular website, I don't want the whole entire Chromebook to close. I just want that particular site closed. So I can lock her sites. All right, so remember in web links that you can actually put a whole bunch of website links like Khan Academy kind of link, or a YouTube link, whatever you want to put in there. You can push these links out to the students. So if I hit that, okay, I have the CK12. I can hit this and push it out. All the students will be able to get this link. So I can share this with the entire class or share it just with one student. All right, here we have share screen. So I can share my screen with everyone. I can share a student's screen with everyone so that we're on the same page, especially if there's a project going on. Say, for instance, the student is doing a Google slide because you wanted all of them to do a project about American history. And so she had something dealing with the Bill of Rights. And so she's doing an excellent job. I can share that with the other students in class so they get an example. Here, I can make an announcement for all of my students so they can hear me, or see on their screen, like this test is coming up on Friday. And all the students will receive this, or Jessica can be the only one who receives this, and that's our bell going off. And then, say for instance, you've locked people out of the screen, out of the site, you can unlock. So if I lock Jessica out, I can definitely unlock Jessica. Okay. Down below, I can create groups of students and put them together so that I can push out a website only to them. Okay. And or this particular group, these are the students I am monitoring because I have everybody in stations, and I want to make sure that they're going on the right website, that they're doing what I asked them to do, so I can go ahead and do that and create groups. Card view. So just like Canvas, sometimes you have if you like seeing cards, I love the card view because I love that representation right there. However, you can change this to a tab view. If you change this to a tab view, then whatever website or websites that Jessica has open, I can see all of the websites. Okay, so you can toggle back and forth for this view. Coming back up here at the top, because really that's pretty much it for us. But you see where it says class ends. Okay. Say for instance, I can add 5 more minutes to the class, or I can stop the class. So this gives you some control. All right. So it doesn't have to go all the way to the time period that you specified, but you can lock it. When we go over right next to it, you'll see a cogwheel. When we look at this, now, we can select the block list. Okay. If I hit that add, anything that I blocked, I can put it right here. Okay. And I can block it on certain students' websites or everybody's website if I forget to put that block list into play. And of course, allow students to initiate chat, play alert, allow students to raise their hand. So we still have a little bit of control even when we're outside of the settings portion of everything. Okay. All right. So I hope that kind of answers your questions about securely. Do not forget that our secret word happens to be apples. Okay. You can say apple or apples. As long as I see an apple, then I am good and I can give you your professional development points. Well, I hope you have definitely enjoyed this professional development session dealing with securely. Yes, that's right, securely. Securely is going to really make your life a whole lot easier. And that's what we want. Even though I talk about technology, okay, I am a technology person. I used to teach for like 17 years in the classroom. So I know that technology is simply a resource. It's just a resource to use. But with Securely, this is an excellent resource that is valuable for you. And the reason why I say that is valuable because you're able to monitor what students are doing. Securely will give you data and feedback back. And especially when you have that Wednesday session and you have the parent that's coming in and you want to really show them all the data and you're like, hey, these are the websites your student has been on or your child has been on and they're doing an excellent job. Or you can say, hey, this needs to be monitored. So you have that data that's right there. Well, I thank you dearly for being here. And please give a shout out, of course, to Ms. Molly Sworn, and then definitely to Ms. Moss. And don't forget, if you have a picture or pictures that you'd like to give her, so that she can just elaborate on all the different experiences of each generation, then go ahead and do that. She is a wonderful person, and she is happy just to have you join her with that today. So all I want to say is this: I love you dearly. I'm giving you this big hug. And toodles, have a positive, amazing day. See you later. Bye.